Like, I don't understand. Wait, I want to see this. First
CS2 is
join normal queue and we play. I'm in queue, bro, but I'm not getting game.
time since its release. CSGO was always going to be a tough act to follow, and there have been numerous bugs, complaints, and controversies since its release. But how bad has it really been? This is the first year of CS2. CS2 was announced on March 22nd, 2023 in typical Valve fashion. Zero fanfare, just 3 trailers stealth dropped. What those trailers promised were 3 things. Responsive smoke grenades that interacted with the environment and could be broken by HE grenades and bullets. Updated maps, using the Source 2 engine for new lighting, improved rendering and better graphics. And finally, more responsive gunplay due to the new sub-tick system. More on that later. The announcement brought with it a wave of hype and excitement. Community reaction was overwhelmingly positive, and soon after the announcement, CSGO hit an insane peak of over 1.8 million concurrent players. Not a bad start. Why CS2 and why now? The community had been waiting for CS2 for a long time. Only 4 years passed between the release of 1.6 and Source, and then 8 years between Source and Go. There was also increasing competition in the FPS space. Obviously, games like Apex Legends, PUBG, and Rainbow Six Siege had come along since Go, but the big competitor to emerge in the tactical FPS space was, of course, Valorant, otherwise known as CS Toddler Edition. Jokes aside, Riot are a giant in the gaming space, and the release of Valorant, which was...
Wait, did we get game and I missed? Okay, we didn't. Bro, is nobody queuing? Bro, go queue. For some reason I have a faint hope that we're gonna get CSGO back. We will get CSGO back on Inui, but not like a game from Valve. Like Valve are brain dead. We won't get anything from them. Guys, check out Hellcase code LOBA, 70 cents free and 15% deposit bonus. You get access to monthly giveaways, which are always the biggest on the site. You can open free daily cases, do upgrades, and unbox the biggest and best skins in CS2. Use code LOBA in the pinned comment to get the 70 cents free and 15% deposit bonus.
Was obviously going to be updated with many updates and a well-funded esports scene.
Tebi, ozbiljno, vidjela ste raz? Baci mi sok, već punite. Obično cvitu je, hvala. Hvala. Guys, people taking pictures of Angel's car.
Undoubtedly put pressure on Valve to get Go's successor up and running sooner rather than later. And we still waited 3 years after Valorant's release. Just Valve things.
Just sons of things.
The wave of excitement that accompanied CS2's announcement was not met on its actual release. There were plenty of game modes and features that were missing from CSGO. There was no Danger Zone, the Battle Royale mode. There was no Arms Race, a gun game mode. There were no community servers, which meant no custom game modes like KZ and Surf. In general, the casual player wasn't catered to on release.
Exactly what I'm saying. W Vanya the best girl. Best feeling ever when your wife brings you food while playing, yes.
Gdje ti je čaša tvoja?
Ne znam, ne mogu je naći.
100% je oslonjena dole.
Nije u garažu, nisam nosio. Ona velika jeste, ali ne znam gdje je mala.
Pa ne znam.
Nije kod mene.
Nema kući.
Guys, the English is so true. And this is what I'm saying for the last year and a half. CS2 is basically only for... Wait, let me tell magazine clue. This is what I was saying since the release of CS2. It's just made for pros to play, to farm money on gambling and betting, and that's it. There's like literally nothing for a casual player to play. And even if you're not a casual and you want to try to go pro, you can't. You go play Face It. Like any semi-pro is cheating. They're now getting banned finally after ruining 2 major qualifiers for people. Semi-pro players are getting banned for cheating. And if you go to play Premier, like to grind to the top of Premier, you meet cheaters in every second or third game, like spin botters. So if it's not for casuals and it's not for competitive players because there's no anti-cheat, then who is the game made for? Cheaters, gamblers, betters, and pros. And everybody else can suck a
Content was severely lacking. There were also plenty of bugs. There was the smooth criminal bug, cue the Michael Jackson hee. People were dying behind walls left and right.
Still dying behind walls.
You couldn't walk near a teammate for fear of bouncing off them like a dodgeball. These were all issues keenly felt even by the casual player. Competitive play. Not only did the casual player find CS2 lacking on release, but also so did the pros, from the lower tiers all the way to the top.
I think the tick rate is a bit weird, like the game feels weird to me.
A massive change to the fundamental rule set of CS was going from MR15 to MR12. Instead of needing 16 rounds to win, you only needed 13. Now, this might seem like all it does is shorten games, which is largely true for the casual player, but
MR12 is a horrible tactical change and it dumps down Counter-Strike. Plus, the brain-dead sons of that worked on CS2 already dumped the game down by limiting movement, destroying shooting, aiming, because now you can just run and shoot randomly and kill people. They ruined it in every way, especially this new update, which is dog. So in every single way, they're dumping down the game, but then a dump down noob can't even play the game because if he does, there's cheaters everywhere. So it's like everybody's losing with these idiots, bro. There's 60-year-old working on Counter-Strike to quit, go in retirement, go clean toilets, go in the old man's retirement home, bro. Stop destroying our shit, you worthless, useless pieces of shit.
But for the pros, it was a
This sandwich is more useful than you guys who work on this game. Every update you make, you f it up. Sons of dogs.
more fundamental change.
Magazine, bro, just queue. Please, just queue. Just queue, we get game, bro. If more people queue, and we mix.
The economy is a big part of CS, and shorter games led to less buy rounds.
How am I still going to face the issue of teams saving too much? No, they're just going to save more.
Now, Valve didn't change anything about CS2's economy to account for this. Peeker's advantage was huge on CS2's release. Peeker's advantage is simply that somebody peeking has advantage over someone holding.
Look at this. Thank you, guys.
Jebi ga ne znam šta drugo.
Ne, to je to, hvala.
A corner, and this was felt too keenly on the game's
Da,
release.
da.
Time to grab those P90s and rush around every single corner, no stopping. Subtick also just didn't feel as smooth as CSGO's old tick system. The old system meant that packages were sent and received by the servers at specific time intervals, otherwise known as ticks, whereas Subtick promised that these packages would be sent and received constantly, resulting in smoother and more responsive gameplay. That wasn't the case, at least in terms of how the
Of course it's not the case, because Valve always lie, bro.
game felt to play. There were also movement issues related to
Valve is dead wrong about movement. Is inconsistent and random. Yep.
some
They
things,
still haven't
such as
fixed this, by the way.
inconsistent jump height. There were clipping issues on almost every map, and crashes that plagued pro matches. Some very notable examples. All of these issues, the changing game length, Peeker's advantage, Subtick being subpar, movement issues, clipping issues, and crashes might have been small on their own, but they snowballed together into a very significant change. Combine this with the lack of content, and it was a game that, frankly, felt unfinished, both to pros and to casual players alike. The update since.
Oh, I want to check this update since.
Valve, of course, have pushed plenty of updates since CS2's.
Well, let me see if it's still working after I leave. Go notifications, go here. Notification settings, yep. Accept match. Let me turn on all of this. There. Let's see if it finds a game now.
Release. Major bugs were patched out fairly quickly, so no more sweet Michael Jackson slides, unfortunately. Clipping issues were addressed on every single map, meaning you no longer stubbed your toe on weird edges. Pixel gaps were eliminated, and much, much more. New game modes have been added to the game, including Arms Race and the much beloved Wingman mode. Still no danger zone though, so Battle Royale players are out of luck. There also have been updates and changes to the Subtick system, and it does feel much smoother than on release, although still not up to Go standards according to the pros. Incendiary grenades were nerfed into the ground, and Overpass was removed from the game in favour of Dust 2. Jump throw binds were also banned. They were a way of binding your keyboard.
Bro, everything I'm seeing here, every update just looks like making the game worse. Every time you see update, it's just like worse and worse and worse.
In order to get consistent jump throws every single time. Peeker's advantage was reined in, poor dong. Although according to the
As well as, even the FPS is lowered in every update. Every update that is released, the optimization FPS getting worse.
consensus, it is still more prevalent than it was in CSGO. And there was of course
20 minutes in queue, no game. I don't have
Valve
game
moved
as well.
quickly to ban that feature. We recommend heading to HLTV to read up on the specifics of that one, but basically Valve didn't want skill expression removed from the game, so thumbs up to them on that one.
Wait, skin is...
Didn't want skill expression HLTV to ban that feature.
Last ban SnapTap for showdown onwards. What?
We recommend heading to HLTV to read up on the specifics of that one, but basically Valve didn't want skill expression removed from the game, so thumbs up to them on that one. Progress has, however, been relatively slow.
I got a game. There it is. Accept, guys.
For a game that regularly sits atop Steam's most played, with 1.5 million concurrent players, there hasn't been as much movement as the community would like, and the lack of content is a real sore point. There will inevitably be more updates and improvements made to the game, however recent developments have left the community less than optimistic for the future. Deadlock, Valve's new MOBA-style shooter, just got a massive content update, while CS2 got nothing on the 1-year anniversary of its release. A week after CS2's anniversary, just Valve things again, the game did get a significant update in the form of the Armory. Over 100 cosmetic items and significant networking and animation changes shipped with the update, making for one of the longest set of patch notes since the game's release. The response to the Armory was mixed. Critics said that the update was 90% cosmetic and lamented the fact that it didn't have the same depth as one of the old operations, lacking the same type of in-game missions or operation-specific game modes. They also pointed out the significant average FPS drops and packet loss issues.
This is what I said. Look how much FPS dropped. Before Armory 320, then 288, 167, 147. Frame time 3.1, now 3.5. So it's just getting worse.
Players were experiencing, as well as all the bugs, of course.
And plus networking bugs.
Supporters, however, reckoned that the game felt smoother to play and particularly enjoyed the animation changes, with even pro players weighing in to voice their praise. From 2025, franchise leagues have been banned, so a circuit filled with a range of tournament organisers putting on events all over the globe is lined up. The community aren't happy with the pace of updates, and they look back on CSGO with the rosiest of rose-tinted glasses. It's not like this has ever happened before, right?
CSGO, when it came out in 2012, was also absolute garbage at the start, right? Even worse, so...
Yeah, let's compare CS2 in 2024 to CSGO in 2012, bro. Like, that makes sense.